Hey everyone, Homes for Beginners, where I show you how to do repairs around the house yourself. In this video here I'll be sharing tips and tricks on how to deal with the gypsy moth or caterpillar infestations. Gypsy moth and caterpillars are an extremely invasive pest. They can completely defoliate trees in a couple weeks. We ran into this problem last year where it attacked out on oak and pine trees. They can severely damage the trees if the problem persists from year to year, or if you have an unhealthy tree already, it can kill the tree. You can see in some of this footage the caterpillars have eaten holes in the leaves, portions of the needles, and the ground is covered in a layer of portions of needles where they've bitten it off part way. Starting out with the first tip is removing any nest of eggs. This can be removed from any tree by hand, or depending on where you're located, you may be able to purchase a spray. These nests can be an orangish, tan, or brownish color and will have a fuzzy clump which can be found on any surface. This can be on a house wall, inside a shed, on the bark of a tree, etc. These can be disposed of in a fire pot, so there's no risk of them spreading to other locations. I would recommend wearing gloves. A toothbrush is a great way of cleaning the eggs off any surface. Brush them into your hand, dump them in a pail, and dispose of accordingly. Once they have hatched and are in a larvae form, this is where they'll eat the leaves and needles from a tree. This can happen in a matter of weeks depending on the severity. We could hear them eating at night, and the ground was covered in their droppings. They do eventually fall out of the trees. To prevent them from crawling back up the trunk, very sticky tape can be used here. Some people do use a cloth, which is folded around in such a way to trap them. However, I prefer the tape method. You'll want a strong sticky tape. Wrap it around the trunk of the tree, where it's 3 to 6 feet up, sticky side out, and about 4 inches in width. Wrap it in an area where it cannot crawl under the tape. This does need to be replaced every couple weeks. Be sure to check back on its stickiness and the amount of caterpillars on the tape. They'll stick in place and eventually die. Another option is picking them off the trees. This will obviously depend on the size of your trees. We have quite a few newly planted trees where they're under 10 feet. You can pick them off by hand, but be aware that some people do have an allergic reaction to their hairs, so gloves would certainly be recommended, or you can use a vacuum cleaner with various extensions to gain the height of a larger tree. Empty the container out when needed. Don't leave them in overnight. Once they die, they will produce an unpleasant odor. As mentioned earlier, sprays can also be used in the egg or larvae stage. Sprays can vary depending on your local regulations and laws. We're in Ontario, Canada, so we have high regulations on pesticides. Therefore, environmentally friendly options are only available to use, such as BTK. BTK is a biological insecticide and can be purchased in a concentrated formula, then applied to the tree. There are companies who offer sprays as well. Here I have a lawn sprayer. The concentrated BTK is dumped inside. As the water goes to the sprayer, it sucks the BTK up and applies it to the tree. Once past the larvae stage and into the moth stage, their cocoons can be handpicked as well, or you can make a trap for them using their pheromone. I do have a video specifically for this on how to make one. There are female and male versions of this moth. Males can fly and the females do not. The males fly around looking for a female to breed with. However, this trap uses a female pheromone to lure them in. The trap is made in such a way where the male becomes trapped inside. They'll eventually fall into the water and die. Do you have any tips or tricks on how to deal with gypsy moths or caterpillars? Please be sure to share them in the comments below to help out fellow viewers. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to hit that like button and drop a comment below. Subscribe to my channel for more home DIY videos. Thank you for watching.